Alright, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing a Gacha honest review using my Tessa that I leveled up quite a while back. I have another one I might be preparing to do a hero path with and see how other people might feel about it very soon. I'm going to craft this as a normal video and have the male parts be added afterwards. So let's begin. We're going to put it in avatar preview because it looks a little better instead of, all white, so that better lighting is dodging from all corners and bouncing off. We have the Moonlight Sarashi Set. So this is a persona crystal. They added very much 3 new sets, I believe, and different set types. And I can really say this looks really beautiful and nice looking. I am a very much fanatic when it comes to putting oil, because the skin looks more shiny and it looks really nice bouncing off the fabric. So this looks really nice on her. I really like that they implemented this part around it. It's a nice unique touch to the outfit overall from an aesthetic point of view, and the heels as well. Because if we do a little walk, it makes a lot. It makes it even more, in a sense, more realistic, I guess. Not realistic, but like more monumental with that set overall, because of the gold and the white that's bouncing out. See how the lighting is bouncing off? And so sometimes it's not always about how the set is meant to bring the outfit, or rather afloat the anatomy of the body, but more of the fact that it's overshadowing, if I would say, overlighting those areas, so it doesn't really look like you're paying attention simply because of the curvature. You're actually also paying attention the bright effect that the outfit is bringing, which is really nice touch, especially if it's just this is just all curves. And then if we do the same for alone, it's just slightly more toned down, just a little toned down. Can't even tell that's Tessa. That's funny. So we give it a little bit of look, so it's not as... The only thing that's kind of a little bad is that because her arms are super skinny and everything else is her a little bit expanded, it does feel a little awkward with this outfit. So I'm just giving my honest critiques on these outfits. However, this might not be as a good placement if it's for special sets only, because when we look at this part compared to this would make more sense because of the skin applied to it and the weight of the forearm, rather than, small. Big. And then this is another one. This is with the extra fabric on the side. I mean, it's okay. It's just an extra fabric. I believe that's part of the milt. Because we put it here, so it's without it, and this is with it. This is like if you don't want, you're not comfortable showing that much skin. I think if you were to dye it, perhaps would look better. But remember what I said in the beginning of the video is that the first one is we're just trying to reflect the lights and the outfit is entirely, so this would give it more form. This will give it more of what you say, instead of paying attention to all of my you know, curvature with my breast size and everything, or like just simply all curves, the outfit is screaming, look at me, look at my overall fashion sense. This is like a very bold outfit. I really do enjoy experimenting to see how this fares. Obviously the guys really like this one. I would like this one too, because this is a good it's like a staple on the entire outfit. It's like it's meant to be a little loose, so then it fits the authenticity of the entire outfit. Let's see for this one. Yeah, so it's just keeping it a little float. I really like the light navy blue that's around it. That's another why it's kind of also like jumping in and out. It's like you give it, if you would preview this in the preview in the preview option, it would make a lot of sense compared to putting her in Kohan. So that would be, let's see, yeah, it would be. So in Kohan, the light is shining all over. It's covering most of it. Which I guess to me doesn't look as good because I'm judging it from it's like being covered. It's like I guess maybe some players get, I don't think it's the players, I think maybe they're just trying to be open to the fact that what if you guys don't like a lot of skin, so they added a little bit more just to tone it down a little bit compared to the very first set. The very first set is very loose, not as revealing. Well, it is revealing, but I'm saying like it is revealing as the original, but because it has that aesthetic appeal as a Sarashi set, it looks more appealing to wear, because if we stop her from, so it defeats the purpose of not having that there being part of the outfit itself. But they give you that option in case that's that would be the message, basically, unless that's part of the outfit originally. But it still is like another option compared to the original design of the outfit. So that would be my critique for this one. Now we move over to the next one. Let me see. Okay. This is everyone's favorite outfit. It is cute, it is endearing, it is super voluptuous, very beautiful. It's like exactly what it is. It's a Curves Bridal Lily set. That's like right after you get married. You get frisky and freaky with your man. You get really, really down to that. I just wish they had like an oil thing in here, but they don't. So I guess it wouldn't let me. Or it just come. I don't think it lets me. Oh well, never mind. Because I wanted to see if with the oil it would look much better, but I guess it doesn't. So I guess we'll go back to preview mode. I think I just realized maybe I should have changed her skin. Way too pale. Maybe a little bit more of a forearm, give her a little more. That way it will make more sense with her overall curvature. Aside from the booty, aside from the pretty booty, look how this truly makes it look like a little skirt. It is cute. It is like, I like it. The silver thing on it is just beautiful to me. It's like perfect for a romantic, intimate setting. Really, I like it. It's beautiful. My gosh, it's so adorable. The lining of the silver on her back. My god, this is gorgeous. I wonder if I can dye it and see if I can, like, maybe see if it does anything. Okay, so I can color that. What about the... Okay, so I'm only doing the breast. Okay, I'm trying to see if we can... Okay. Ooh. Okay, they're just logging in. Okay. Ooh. That is so cute. I wonder, I know this only goes, this is a very transparent set, so let's see if it goes well with my color. Probably not, but ooh. You see, this is a transparent set, so if I overcrowd it with a bright color, it's not gonna do much unless this goes well. It goes well for one part, and see if it goes to the part. See part. I love the light hitting up top here. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. And like I said, you know, I play a guy, but if I were to experiment, or, you know, sometimes I like to give my girls attention. I like to give them how well it looks. So honestly, okay, the heels. What about the heels? Okay, the heel dyes I'm not really a fan of. Maybe a little bit transparency, or maybe a lighter color would do. Let's see, I think this will do well with a darker color. Let's see if we can go a little darker with my color. Let's see, my color's right here. Maybe we can do a little down. Let's see. Let's see. So, ooh, yes, yes. That's perfect. That is exactly what... Okay, let's see. I'm gonna register this. Okay, I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna dye it. Okay, so then we do the same thing. Okay, so see what I'm doing? Okay, so this very nice. Okay, then we do here. Oh, I forgot to dye it here. That is yes. See if... Okay, now we're gonna do a little bit of a walk, or maybe, yeah, do me a walk. Yes, I walk. There you go. So see how the lighting with that dark hue is hitting, especially if it's the gold, matches really well. I'm sorry, like I'm just going into a little bit more analytical with these sets, but yes, even I like it. I just need some oil. Yes, I'm a straight woman. I just have, you know, an affinity to appreciating design. How does it fit in a specific culture, or if it's in a specific setting. I like that. I like learning why we get options. You know, I bet this is probably expensive in real life, but I'm thinking, well, we girls get creative. We necessarily sometimes make our own stuff. So, but this is gorgeous. This is beautiful. I like it because the silver on the dark green is like the monochromatic itself. It looks like a jewel. It looks like a jewel walking to you, as you should be when you're to the right man. And I'm definitely gonna prepare this in my head mentally. Okay, so we move on to the next. I'm pretty sure the other ones are just a little bit, yeah, just a little bit shorter. Okay, I will admit I like the curves because I can see the whole curvature. However, I can't just really adapt to my eyes. Okay, so this is cute for someone that's really small. I still think maybe just a little bit skin and meat would go nice with, you know, the if you want to go for a smaller version. It's still cute. Let's see if we can dye it. See. Okay. I know the guys are like some guys are preference. Okay, so maybe with maybe with a blue color. Ooh. So I just feel it's a little bit too flat. However, it does fit for any of the, you know, proper custom. Because you see, my Tessa, I just didn't give her skin, so it kind of looks off-putting. That's why it's okay. I don't mind. But again, with darker colors will fit because you have a little bit of shine and like a silver plate around this set, so definitely it would fit in a like it's shining here, so of course it would look a lot more better than having to do a bright color, then it overcasts the jewels around the outfit. So that would be my good criticism. And also the heels, obviously. Okay, let's see. So this is the one with, oh my bad, oh my god. This is without the entirety of it, which is also cute. It's cute and alluring because, you know, that's the point of the outfit. And so let's see if I give it a different color. Ooh. Well, I guess we're gonna pick this one. Let's see if that's nice. Oh. Oh. Well. Let's see. We're gonna see if we got. Ooh. Okay, I dye it all there. I think there's. Ooh. It's a little bit fabricated with this outfit, but it works. Maybe stop walking. Stop walking. Stop walking. Yeah. Okay. So it's a little bit more thicker. It's a little bit upsetting, but it's that's the point of the outfit. Disney oil. It's the same thing. I mean, probably because she's moving like that. I'm so sorry. I'm dumb. Okay, hold still. Hold still. Hold still. Hold still. Hold still. Okay. So with this outfit, you can see the silver, the design around it, as to why it fits the way it fits, and it's also cute. It has more of the tribal flower type of design. Oh my god, she's smiling with it. Okay, no. Stop it. Okay. Maybe if it fits with my color, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if this. It's a little too bright. I mean, it could. Really bouncy. Okay, so. Let's see the difference. This one compared to this one. Oh, no. This one compared to this one. This is simple. It's not as revealing, which is still cute. It's still considered lingerie, like for, you know, it's. Okay, so I see. Like, so with the color, with the transparency one, you basically, your eyes don't really pay attention too much because it is lingerie. Honestly, it's lingerie outfits. My brain just went from, wait a minute, that looks good, but the other one kind of looks a little bit Like, yes, clothes have just been added, so it's not as revealing as the other one. But I can basically see the aesthetic between why they chose it. Like, I'm not looking at it because, oh, they just want to be perverts. No, I'm looking at it because the idea is to be, you know, romantic, marriage related. Not always about sex, guys. Also about the aesthetic of the outfit. Okay, so if my mind is like, okay, you make sense why this fits, why this looks nice on, you know. Yeah, I see. It looks nice. That's what other people are trying to buy this from. However, we picked this one. I like it. I like it. You have a reason to go outside and not look too naked, not too revealing to those that are get a little distracted. It is cute. It's still adorable because it's not as revealing, so your mind doesn't get distracted so much by the skin exposing itself. But I think it's because the white is little bouncy. Remember that I said in the other outfit that their intention is to have enough light so that it bounces off all over. At least that's what I'm thinking. The Bridal Set. Okay, so, and then we have this one. Ooh, this is definitely from a cultural culture of the New Year's. The persona is that what I remember. This is gorgeous as a dress itself. It is. Oh, I see. It's transparent. But the point is that even though it's transparent from here, the design of the dress is not trying to get you to, you know, not necessarily see this. This is like after. But like it's making you want to see the whole dress, like an actual dress. Actual dress because of the festival and the culture related to it. This is a very beautiful dress. The phoenix. Yes. Very beautiful dress, indeed. Because you see, when you turn around, your mind is more like, oh, this is cute. This is a fanatical dress. Until you look at the back. But, give her a walk. There's layers of this dress, so that's why the upper part is covered, the sides are covered, until it goes to the back. But see how there's layers of that dress, so you can't really tell. I think that's the point, is the aesthetic of the dress, because it has cool colors, so it's using that cool colors to fit the aesthetic of the dress entirely, as well as the walk and the heat. This goes really well with curves, and I think also goes well with normal. Let's see. Yes, it still goes well. Very well. Very well. It doesn't matter. Because the dress is that expanded. It's like very flowy, and so it doesn't like necessarily affect the weight of the body. In fact, it can be either or. So that's why I like it. I like it so much that it's adaptable to any body. So that's my critique for this one. This one is I really enjoyed. I really like. This is very nice. If I were to put it on a female, I would have no problem whatsoever if I have them non-AC or AC. Either way, so it's a very adaptable outfit. I am in love with this. I know I made like a screenshot a couple months ago. This is definitely lingerie. This is a beautiful set. It is meant to turn you on. It is meant to turn you on. It's meant to be revealing. Did they say anything in here? No, they didn't. Okay, so I'm just. It looks like the guys are doing their own thing, busy, whatnot. Okay. I have a member that's wearing this on his Kaleo, and I'm impressed. It's gorgeous. I like it. This is a recycle set. I think very revealing, very nicely. I like it so much that it's like it doesn't distract me when I'm fighting, but it just looks really nice. Nice because it's not necessarily all revealing because it's taking the liberty to cover the breast, the torso, and the obviously the most intimate part of it. And of course it's a line. Let me see if that's this outfit is it's a little loose over there, see? A little slightly loose. That's okay though. It's doing its job. It's making the booty stand out. This is obviously the Seductive Nightmare set. Nightmare because there's like a succubus or demon. Those heels, I swear, like, or stop. Okay. I would not wear those heels because I'm not a fan of heels that are like really tucked in with the toes, but it looks really nice. It's meant to be seductive. It's cute. Everything I say is cute. Okay. The only thing that's missing is some oil. Then I literally lose my mind. Except I should have made a much thicker arms. Then it would make sense to the support of the breasts because it looks like it's a little stretched out. So it's okay. And let's see this one. Okay, so it's a little flat. I don't think this would fit. See, the difference is that, see the curvature here and then the arms. This looks a little too tight. Too tight. On the... Yeah, it looks way too tight. That's why I think I prefer this one. It looks a little better. Looks a bit to support at least the weight. But I truly like it. It's a cute set. It's meant for an older, I guess, older audience, obviously. But yeah, I think it's cute. It's cute. Would I wear it just to be an obnoxious troll in the game? Perhaps, but I don't have the money for it, so I'm not going to. But I like it. I like it because it has this little cover here, and then also from the back, and it's also like it's part the stocking is part of the set, so it's not necessarily she's walking in naked, completely naked. That is, because yes, so it's like really aesthetically pleasing, but also aesthetically distracting. But let's see, maybe we should dye it. Oh my god, no, I would not put that color there. Let's try blue. Try a bluish little color. Ooh, I think I like it the way it is. I think I just like it. Yeah, dark. There's no need to dye this because the whole point it's a lingerie. It's beautiful. To me it looks beautiful. All of the females they look beautiful. It makes the body stand out more. It makes it a little bit push outward. You just need oil. And I know they do the all persona in one box, which is also good. So you guys get the chance to do that before the month ends. So that's good. So on. Oh my god, they have so much. This is an old set. This is a very cool set. I'm just not a fan of the shoes. Maybe because I'm a girl. But the guys are like, nah, you look beautiful. So if that's the case, buy it. The only thing I don't kind of like is this little thing right here. But I guess I wanted to make sure that it's armor based so that it fits. So that you have the chance to, magically take it away, I guess. Not magically, but it's like, to Maybe kind of looks a little loose. That's probably why it's like hurting my head. Like, why is this a little loose? But I think that would be the design perspective for it. Is that what? This is called the Valeria Vanguard set. Okay, so I just noticed that. Huh. So this is part of the whole. Okay, got it. This is part of the whole. Okay. Oh, but that's no. I didn't notice that. Dumb. I'm so dumb. Okay, so let's see if I would do this. Yeah, that's part of the. Yeah, that's part of the dress. Okay, that's part of the whole set. Huh, okay. I see the nipples going through. I see the nipples. I see it. Is this? Oh, this is all curves plus. Oh, I see it now. Haha. Oh. I think the white doesn't go well with this set. I think maybe I will put her in a different setting. Oh, okay. I see it. Yes. Can I really put your hand down? No. 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 Oh my god. Yeah, it's a nice set. It's an armor-plated set. To walk around in the sun. That would be the main thing. Just slightly more revealing than the other sets with the nipple around it. Oh, talking over sets is tiring. So this is practically without it. I think I'd prefer a little bit without it. I like it. Yeah, I'm so used to the curve set, but yeah, I think it's cute to have an armor plated type of set, just short. Oh, she has those cool, slightly claws. Yeah, that would fit very nicely. Honestly, that would fit very nicely. Like a Cinderella without a corset. So that would be interesting. Ooh. Wait, no, that doesn't look right. Okay, maybe like slightly brighter colors would fit this. Like neutral color fitting. But darker colors would not. It just depends how you color it, which is just the idea. So then this one is just normal. This will also be cute for just special sets. Although with my Tessa looking almost too naked, I mean not naked, skinny, it kind of makes her look almost anorexic. I don't want to get to that point. See, when I turn her around, it looks a little too flat. So it does this. I need to fix my Tessa. I'm sorry. Okay, we continue to the next one. This is the Missy set. Where's the other one? I know there's another one. Unless that was the Cyber Cat set. Oh. This one is cute. I like it. I've been a fan of this. This is a recycle set. So yeah, those that never got to see the set, well yeah, this is one of those recycle sets. Definitely enjoy it. Unless like you're like a soccer mom type of person. But overall, yeah, it's a cute set. Also, all the sets are cute, but I truly do have a fascination for the all curves. That's how I feel about it. For this, I don't know. Oh, you can dye it, huh? Let's see. Not too dark where you can barely see anything. That's probably my critique for this set, is that it has all the way flat colors. So that's why it kind of looks good if you think you are happy with it, but to me it's like you can't even see the outline, the details of the set. It just looks like flat coloring. So I guess if we were to change it slightly, maybe like a dark navy blue would do. Like not that dark, but like maybe if we were to keep it like that and then change this size, then definitely we're good. So a little bit of the center neutral colors, like maybe if I dye it with my color, where would keep? Let's see. Okay, so dye it, and I would make sure that other part is white. No. I would. Okay, so that looks nicer. Okay, so now we try it on this one. I tried my color on her. So let's see, I choose directly to so we color that. Okay, try to color the that looks cute. I would try, yeah, I would definitely use a lighter color for this. Definitely not experimented. So let's see. Okay, so that would look better. And then that would look nice. Okay. I know that the other part is purple, so that's what purple do. Goes like that. So this is the end of the gacha review for the females, for the female outfits. Let's see, let's try this. Try this back. So this looks really nice. It's really bright, unless you want to be a little darker. Either way, a brighter, not as, oh my god, there's a difference here. So it is my color just bouncing off based on the fabric or the design. It's a little too bright, but yeah, either way this can go either or, depending on how change, right? Just you know, just you know, play around with it, see how it gets to you, and thank you for watching. I'll do the next one in a little bit with the male outfit gacha review. Thank you so much. Have a good day, evening, month, year. And we go to the males of the gacha. I see that they only provided 2. We're gonna use my Akao or Achao, I don't know which pronunciation is, but we're gonna use Mr. Spartan Man right here as the role model for this set. So yeah, this is a very particular night set. I actually kind of dig it. It's really cool. Really nice armor plate. Really badass looking. I am very much a fan of armor sets. This almost looks similarly to one of the sets in the Gremlin event, but definitely badass. This definitely reminds me almost like a Dark Souls type of armor. The weight of the design is very intricate. It's very much mysterious. It gives that mysterious outlook as you would in many, and it bounces off shine. That's one of the reasons why I like putting in the avatar preview, because you see that the shine starts to bounce off all over the plate of the metal. Not metal, but like the metallic of the plate of the set. I would definitely get this for my mill. Definitely for Silas. But this definitely goes very well for the guys in general. Those that really like plated armor for this type of outfit. So give it a little bit. I don't think for the guys there's any walks. It's just standstills. Very stoic. The dancing kind of makes it look a little weird. That's not what I was referring to. Okay, stand still, different pose. Oh yeah, that definitely looks like prestige, energy in a castle or in a palace. It's like when you have roles of different like in a hallway, like in a very like hallway type of palace, where you have all of the knight sets on the side. So like you also have like statues of them. You can have like a statue of a couple of these. That looks super cool. Very nice. Let's see if I could, you know, typically most people would dye them all black. Unless you're like me, that would dye them. So yeah, the special source of the sky mail. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna dye this a little bit. Let's see if I choose my colors, because that's typically what I end up choosing. So parts that are okay, that's a little too bright. I would definitely try to dye this not overly powering the color, but let's say because I did that to one of my sets as well. But let's see, dark. Like the shield. Okay, so okay, that's a little too bright. I think this is a little messy. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so that is all black. So it's a very intricate pattern related. This has certain parts you cannot necessarily dye all the way. So like that's the intention. So this will make a very good black knight. I will really do well. So if I were to dye this in a specific color range of my own, this will actually work almost like the Ronin set. So then that would mean I would have to dye based on the aesthetic, I guess. Head. But this will kind of almost be a semi-headache. But see how this doesn't match out itself, so you would have to use the same type of cue as if you're pretty much trying to cover all of his parts. Okay, so dye this, we dye this. So yeah, that looks a little bit better. But the design is meant for a set knight, so it can be light color, all solid, or simply darker hues would be best for this set specifically. I'm impressed. I like the knight set very much. It's just it doesn't give me a lot of options to dye in a certain area unless see, not there. Let's see if it. Okay, so it gives it. There's a little edge there. Let's see. Okay, so instead of that, we go with that. How about this? No. One part is blacked. Okay, so that's a little confusing. This is overpowering one piece. And it's... Wait, actually? Let's see how that fares. Let's see the boots. Nope, it's either one color or the other color. So that's basically the problem, is that it only allows to dye to one part or the other part. Let's see. Okay, nope. Just to give it a little bit of a bounce of a color. Okay, so how about here? So you could dye this black and then it would match out from the bottom piece. Or you could... The second part doesn't make sense to me because it's one piece overcrowding the other pieces, so it kind of looks like he's not matching up, like not overly symmetrical. That would be the right word. Not overly symmetrical when it comes to this set, so it's not as... Because you don't want it to stop, you want it to go all around, where it can go around to the rest of the pieces, but I guess that's not how they were intentionally designing it. So it's probably, maybe this would look good. Yeah, I'd go with it. And then maybe the head piece would also fit. So yeah, that, I think that would do. Let's see. No, that wouldn't match. Okay, so if this is black, then I guess we're gonna make the top hat black. So then overall it looks black from underneath, and then it has black here. The only thing that's not necessarily being overly lapped is the centerpiece, but yet in the centerpiece there's black here, so a little bit of black here, and so from there it is a... Then this wouldn't be it wouldn't look kind of awkward from a distance, because then you see the other side complemented from the on end and the angles. I'm sorry. So that's if I'm going to be using it as my set, as my color. But I think because I'm really such a fan of this armor set, I would probably dye it all black, just because aesthetically it looks more pleasing in the eye. Because if you would to light it in a different environment, it would kind of just bounce off too much, I would say. Not necessarily to a degree, because it is an armor plated metallic design, so it's not like it's fabricated to go all around symmetrically. So that's where my perspective and my criticism is coming from. The dye, it's a very beautiful set for a male, for the males. I just wish there was more options to dye, because I know they're making more selections to dyes on specific armor pieces or pieces in general, and certain outfits that are more complicated to deal with. So I think navy blue would complement this as well. Darker colors will complement. Let's see. Let's try a very dark blue. I know one of my favorite blues and like in real time is called phthalo blue. It's like a very ocean blue. It's very in the dark part. So it would very close to this one actually. Let's see. I think this is one of the closest. No. Okay, so we're gonna darken it. I'm gonna go down a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna choose this. I'm gonna change all the green out of there. Okay, so see what I mean about metallic pieces matching with darker? Because metallic definitely, even though the shade is darker, it still gives it that luminescence. See, this appeals very nicely with the dark hue. We go back to our avatar. So that dark blue, being 5, 15, and 28, does really well, except for the distraction of the green. Let's see. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Okay, so do like a stand-in tower, basically. Okay, this would go well with really deep colors, really dark, luminescent colors. Fits very well. That's why I had that's why I've seen people already dyeing it a little darker, which is fine. It's not too dark where the shine isn't. Well, the shine's gonna still bounce off no matter what. So that would be the idea. Let's see if this changes. Let's see if I changed certain pieces. So if I change a certain piece, see how that lighting is bouncing off. Here you go. This it just makes it a little brighter. Ooh, too bright, too bright. You wanna, if like we're playing realistically with these plates that kind of remind you of other games, then it, like a Dark Souls, Prey of the Sun, then his golden plate will be somewhere around there. See, it's the same dark hue, but it's darker. Darker where it can bounce off with the lighting shade around the armor plate. So that's where, you know, so if we were to dye this off, if you wanted me to dye it all, dye off. Die all. So these sets are very symbolic. That's what I'm trying to get to, is that they're very symbolic to some people, and also during prestige times. Every symbol in every game has a message where it represents the king or queens, royalties or destinies to royalty. So it's when you have a loyalist in combat, or you have a loyalist in your kingdom, you always have a knight that represents that aesthetic, that message. The queens and kings always have like a message or a color, the decoration that signifies their, you know, royalty to that you know, kingdom entirely. So yellow will probably always be something related to success and victory, or simply loyalty. Or sometimes we play around with it and it could mean a different thing, or it could be, you know, damage in combat, long journey ahead. Knights are typically considered guardians, protectors. So of course, sometimes they're very silent and stoic, so that's where it would be coming from. So see, it fits nicely when it's all gold. See how it made its own. So just by applying this specific gold, it fitted through all of the pieces with its own like set of color, because of the metallic bouncing off in and out, and the clothing that is fabricated into the pieces itself. So that's why this is a one color dye selection, but because it's metallic once more, pick a color that generally is a little bit darker than the highest hue you would have. So that would be a great example. This would be 94, 78, 26. I'm gonna repeat it again. It is a R94. B90, 76, no, 78 and 26. Register it here, there will be R94, green is 78, my apologies, and B26 would be the gold. Okay, so then we move on to the next one. This one I'm not really a fan of, but however, this one might be also related to the same The Sword of the Sky, Basilica Guard Set. This is a guard set. So this will be like right in the front of the gates. It has a cape, has the extra plated armor inside of him, which is the point. That's why they built them like this. See that metallic hand right here, plated armor here, and around a little vest here. Keep him secure for whatever content. That's why they're called guards. They're laced with more protection design. That's why they look a little weird at first, but that's the point. You got a leather thickening here, which in case he gets like attacked, at least this would allow him to maneuver an enemy if ever they come across him. So let's see. That's how I'm looking at it from that perspective, where the reference might be coming from. So something wrong, but that's kind of where I'm looking at it. So the same color applies that I was using, same. So also could be useful, but this is almost like a fabricated clothing. So the fabricated clothing may differ compared to the plate of the other one. So if I were to do this. So this looks really nice actually with the gold. What an officer. Although a little bit too bright in the center. So color it down. Oh, that's way too dark. So that would get good. The thing is that this is a very intricate design. So if you were just to dye it entirely, you would not see the whole. You would not see anything, which kind of defeats the purpose of dyeing it completely. But to each their own. So let's see. I'm not much of a fan of the elongated thing, but it can work for some players. Let's see, gold. Perhaps maybe a red would be more dynamic, or even this. Even gold and black are always going to be successfully good combinations when it comes to dyeing. This kind of makes him look scary. Because the color and HO together kind of makes sense. So let's see. Use a directed code. So let's go with a red. Yeah, let's go with a red. Darker red. Okay. Very registered. I'm gonna change this. Okay, now it looks like it's gonna come to you. So the red here matches well with this design. Unless we darken it. Darken it slightly a little bit. Okay, so that looks a little better. Okay, now I do the boots. Oh, forgot to do this. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this. Dye it here. And then we're gonna go to the pants. We're gonna go to the... Okay. So aesthetically pleasing. We go a little down. Dye it again. I'm gonna do this again with this one. No, not that one. This one. The complement. Gotta complement this correctly. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay. And the silver plate can stay there. 4 actually, we can also do that. Make it darker, or we can do this. No, we can do that. Okay. You want to make sure that you bounce off between the metallic bouncing in and out. So there's that. Okay. So this is from the old level shield, but this is from also the plated, not the plate, but the weapon that came with it. I think this is a different level, but yeah, overall, see how I just played around with different hues here? So I guess you may have to also start playing around with extra color coding so that it matches in and out the outfit, especially when it comes to metallic pieces. They're very light. They're bounce off light. So if we put him in Kohen mode, you can see that it relatively is solid, but not solid all the way. So see how it's still kind of bright, but you can still see the design here. So that from afar it looks like he can be taken serious. But see how if I were to change that, I would darken this. So this would make more sense, of course. So then if we do the same thing here, okay. This can be doable. It just depends how you mark it. So unless you want this solid. See how different parts of the body light up. Okay, so we go here. Now it looks a little dirty, but see how it becomes a complete crimson from the inside where he's wearing black, which is complementing the outfit here. So then if this is going to be the bounce off, then if we were to dye this and then we will pick up black for the outer part, then it would be a little bit it would look a little bit nicer. But since the lighting is not entirely there's a little bit too much lighting here, it kind of doesn't look as much as one would look authentically, or maybe because it's not maybe my preference of monochromatic, it just doesn't look as much from afar. However, you have the black allowing the shine between the reds bounce off very easily, so it does look really decently nice. It just depends on the environment, but overall, like I said, metallic and clothing are very solidified objects that can be manipulated with colors very easily, so you may have to pick something that's a little bit closer range to the dark hues, or maybe from a bright hues from the neutral hue, just for, you know, aesthetically looking more profound. But yeah, this is just an experiment between this set. Overall, I do like the set. Not for me, but maybe for other people. But definitely this one definitely is a much more well designed set. So, but thank you for watching. This will be all for the male gacha review, and thank you. Next time I will provide more content later on. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more things besides fashion shows. Hahaha.